Hi, everyone. I was going to talk about the US presidential elections, and Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the third wave of COVID-19, the economic issues we're facing, and the fact that many Malaysians are suffering economically and socially as we go through this pandemic, that is taking its time to abate while we wait for a solution, for a vaccine. But today, I think I just want to bring up the issue of emergency, or the Emergency Act. The recent attempt by our federal government to request the King to declare a state of emergency in Malaysia. This is no light thing, and I'm very proud of the fact that Malaysians from all walks of life stood up and said no. And I'm very proud of our King for standing up for our Constitution and standing up for all Malaysians and rejecting the government's request for a state of emergency. The problem is not the fact that an emergency may be needed or may not be needed. The problem is transparency. At no stage did our government come and tell us why we needed an emergency. And that's what this government should do. If we have a problem, tell us the details. Tell us what the solutions are. Don't just declare a state of emergency, and certainly don't do it by stealth, by not talking to the Malaysian people and then quietly going and asking the King. Tell us what the problem is. We're mature. We're a democracy. What are the issues? What do you need those powers for? Because an emergency, a declaration of emergency, is very wide. It, allows the government to suspend habeas corpus. It allows the government to suspend all civil liberties. Why would they need to do that? If this is a health emergency, then we have a Health Act. Why not use that? And if they can't use it, explain to us. What is the rationale? And I think this is what we expect of our government. Talk to us, explain to us the situation, treat us like adults, and never forget, we are your bosses. We elect you, and we can unelect you when the time comes. Talk to us, explain to us the problem in detail, and don't treat us like idiots, and don't treat us like fools. If you talk to us, we will listen, and we will give you our opinion. And if you truly represent us, you will then do what is best for all of us. Not some of us, not a small group, but all of us. That's what a government does, and that's what we need of this government and any future government. And to the people, well, let's be very clear here. We've never been in as much power as we are now. No single party in this country has control. We, the people, have control. And when election comes, we must act on that power. So pay attention. Look at what everyone is doing, from all parties, from all sides, and decide for yourself if these politicians are doing their jobs. Decide for yourself if these individuals represent what you want, and then make your choice. Things like the declaration of a state of emergency are key factors that should make you choose carefully. We never, ever want to revert to the days where we didn't have civil liberties. We never, ever want a government to be able to now override our views, override our rights. Malaysia is a democracy in evolution. We're growing up, and all this is a part of the process of growing up. I'm proud of how Malaysians have handled things so far. I'm proud of how Malaysians have stood up for their rights. We must continue to do so. We must do it intelligently, we must do it safely, and we must do it peacefully. We must engage in debate, be willing to agree to disagree, and move on to something else. And the government must be willing to talk to us, be transparent, and trust us to be able to know what is right and wrong. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.